name's Tom. What you're about to see may discuss and disturb you. It is not suitable for children under the age of 17.
Hi, thanks for tuning in to Three Guys with Hard Drives. My name is TJ, this is Rich, this is Trevor. Today we're going to be bringing you the best in gaming news for this month.
Alright, man. Well, shit. Start off, we're hitting Far Cry 4 today. Your solid review skill on that one. I don't know, what do you think, man?
I thought the graphics were pretty solid, but to tell you the truth, the aim sensitivity was way too freaking high, and I had to turn them down because it was pretty gnarly. I couldn't even fucking aim or drive. The driving was ridiculous.
The driving was also fucked up, I ain't gonna lie about that. Even sober, the driving was hard.
Yeah, sober the driving was hard, and that's saying something. But, yeah, I don't know. I had never played a Far Cry before, so I didn't know what to expect. So I was like, sort of, you know.
It felt similar to 3. I mean, in the sense that, you know, your little isolated world state over there with the island and whatnot. But they're all kind of similar. This one had a little more with the siege tower stuff, but it was I don't know, solid.
Oh, it was pretty solid. Frame rate wasn't too bad. There was not really any noticeable glitches or game crippling anyway that I saw.
Nothing I experienced in my. I didn't tackle it quite as long as you did, but I didn't notice anything fucked up about it in that sense.
The story wasn't too great. I mean, it was a Far Cry game. From what I hear, they were all like that.
You don't play one for the awesome storyline.
Or the wicked storyline, not the coolest part of the game was the guns. I'll give you that. The guns are obviously the highlight of the game.
Oh, and plus the customization and the open ability to kind of change things around and make them more the way you want to play with them.
No matter what, by the end of the game, you're gonna have all the skills.
Well,
way before the end of the game, to tell you the truth, you're gonna have all the skills.
Well, unless you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I don't know how you pull it off, but you'll have all the skill points by the end of the game.
Or you'll need all the skills to land in the back suit off the ATV onto the back of the car for the 54th try.
Yeah, there was some ridiculous part. Well, you gotta drive the ATV down the runway, jump off the ATV, wingsuit onto the above the plane, then parachute down on top of the plane.
Yeah, I can see that be a little frustrating, a little aim sensitivity on there.
Yeah, I just don't get how the physics work when you deploy your parachute and you're just hovering still right above the plane that's going like 600 miles an hour, but alright.
And drag wing, whatever.
Yeah, drag wing and stuff, and aerodynamics, and we're not going to be going into that tonight.
Of course the Asian comes up with the fucking engineering shit.
Well, I guess, I've never played Far Cry before, so could you give me a rough summary of what the whole game's about?
Yeah, absolutely. It's about you're with this guy AJ, and you're on this island.
He sounds pretty hot.
What?
He sounds pretty hot.
Yeah, he's pretty hot, right?
You would sit in that fucking hat, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I like my hat. It's knitted in that.
Yeah, so you're this guy AJ, and you go to spread your mother's ashes on this island for some reason because she's dead. They never really go into why, or as far as I remember, you know.
So your ma got ice and they never told you why?
Well,
no, man, bitch just died, and then they were like, hey, go over here and drop this stuff off.
Spread your mother's ashes and find out what happened and everything. And
That seems like a lot of bullshit to go through to spread your mother's ashes.
I know, dude. I mean, I love my mother, but holy shit, I wouldn't do any of that.
Well, yeah. You get like a nice charter plane and fly 5,000 miles up in the air, just drop the ass.
Also, it's in this country where there's this fucking civil war going on, so you have these two warring factions, and you know, I don't know if that was, you played all the
I think I would use my mother to crop dust all of them. I really would. At that point, I would just take a crop duster and just let her go.
And then
into the wind.
You get there and they try and send you, you know, they start having you choose all the golden path type mission things, and it's not,
Yeah, there's two different paths, I guess, you go on in that storyline, but I can't imagine that they vary too much. I mean, you technically beat the game in 15 minutes. All you gotta do is, when the guy leaves, when Pagan Min leaves, you sit there and don't go anywhere like he tells you to do, and then he comes back, and then you guys spread your mother's ashes and the game's over.
Seriously? I did not.
That's a serious glitch right there.
I don't know if they meant to do that. I'm pretty sure they did, because
Well,
that's seriously fucked up.
That reminded, that's like God, it's like the only way you could die in like Monkey Island was to fucking sit under the water for 10 minutes and then he just kills himself. It's one of those things where like, the fucking game's over, but you're like, I don't feel any accomplishment.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So, what kind of rating did you give this game?
Well, out of our standard beer rating system of a total of 6 beers, I'd definitely give it 4 beers, because it's not really my cup of tea. Storyline was weak, controls were not tight. I don't know, man.
It
What's
was-
my thing?
It was fun though. I
It
mean,
was
it's
fun.
in the sandboxy sense of, hey man, when do you get to ride a fucking elephant with a grenade launcher and go
Yeah, there's a
stomp
couple
shit?
highlights. Don't get me
That's
wrong.
Yeah, I mean there is some cool things in there. I mean,
If there wasn't so many cool things in there, I would have got a 3.
oh
I mean,
yeah,
hey,
look, I'll give you that. I think it's a 4. I think a lot of other places gave it a higher score just because
yeah,
there weren't a whole lot of great
that's what
games
everyone
this year.
expects. I mean,
Would you play another Far Cry if they came out with a new one?
I would definitely play another Far Cry. Let's see where they go with it.
I would
Yeah.
play it, but it's in a second tier
Yeah,
type
yeah,
rotation.
it's definitely
Thinking
not
about
top-
it, it's not.
Top tier.
It's not a pre-order where you got to be like right on top of it. It's like,
No way.
summer came around, it came out before, it came out, in the fall, and you're like, I'm in a dead period. Fuck it, there's something to fill some out.
From
Yeah, I
what
agree.
you guys told me, I mean, I don't really know where the next one's going because you only get one mother. I mean,
Well, no, it's not even the
unless the
same.
dude's like stepmother.
It's not
died or
even the same
something.
character. It's not
No,
like the
it's
same
totally
character
different
running
character.
through.
Yeah.
It's not like a Halo series or anything like that. It's just every time you're just some other dude,
Yeah.
just some
But
fucking.
you know, Master Chief wasn't some other dude every time.
Because he's fucking John.
Master Chief.
John 3.
Oh,
Something.
yeah.
What the fuck was it?
Oh,
I can't remember what
How
the
do you-
name of
yeah,
it
he's got
was.
that mask on all the time. It could be conspiracy.
Yeah, Cortana knows.
Microsoft
That's what's
is
important.
trying to kill you.
Cortana knows.
I don't know if you guys noticed.
Microsoft is trying to steal all of my money, is what Microsoft is
Exactly.
trying to do.
They're
They do not give a shit about me.
Microsoft's phones now have a Siri ripoff that's called Cortana. It's pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus the new OS they're putting out is called Spartan.
Yeah. So they're totally taking
They're totally
Halo
jacking
as far
every-
as possible.
Everything from
Been
Halo.
around like since the early 90s, so I don't know how far you're gonna take that.
What? Halo hasn't been around. Well, I don't know
No.
when it hasn't been around that long. Although I don't know when the dude wrote the books.
No,
I'm not that
don't do
nerdy.
anything.
Hang on, we're gonna
We're
look this up.
into it. I wasn't ready.
Actually-
I thought the game sucked, personally. I
Let me
mean,
borrow this.
as far as multiplayer went, I thought they sucked.
Who?
Wait, Halo's
Halo's
like
multiplayer.
Are you
Multiplayer.
fucking high? Halo 1 Xbox
Oh my God.
original local multiplayer, man, was the best shit.
Local multiplayer is cool.
Well, yeah, because I didn't have fucking online then, so I played against my brother. We hooked up multiple Xboxes when you could do
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit and multiple TVs. That was good nights right there, man.
Well, I've done
Released
LAN
in
parties at my
Yeah.
house.
2001.
That's when the book came out.
That's when the original Halo came out.
Well, I know that, but they're based on some books, bro.
Yeah.
You know those
I'm not
things.
looking that far into it.
You know those
Go
things
ahead.
with the words that you use to level the couch out
You
with.
know what? I use a pen, okay, Rich? Because I'm an advanced individual. Some of us don't like new technology such as e-readers.
Whoa, e-reader.
I got one right here. Bam!
Fucking William Randolph Hearst is turning in his grave.
Yeah. Nice. Alright, so Far Cry 4 out of 6, that's pretty cool. I don't know, I've never seen it or played it, so I can't really comment on it.
It's a solid game.
I would recommend it, but you never have enough time to finish the way in that size, so it would take
Yeah.
you forever.
Fair enough.
It's not something you're gonna sit down and play for 5 minutes. You'll get nowhere.
Yeah.
No, Trevor would wait for 15 minutes in the room and be like, game over, fuck
I
yeah.
win! I'm out! TJ, bro, you wasted like 80 hours! All I had to do was sit there for 5 minutes!
Was there even an achievement for it though? Like,
I didn't do it. I actually beat it.
you set it to fucking the hardest setting, you sit there and it's like, game done.
I don't know if you have to set it the hardest setting. So
Well, yeah, trying to get a trophy or a fucking
Yeah.
achievement point or something. I guarantee
I
you.
played it. I
probably
didn't
can't
change the
do that.
difficulty, and I got a gold. So if you have something that, it
Huh?
doesn't matter. You just gotta beat the game. I don't know. Maybe there's something different.
Who knows? Rotating down,
Moving on.
or not.
Or not, apparently, because it doesn't care what I want.
Oh, it doesn't give a shit. Edit time.
All right, Rich.
Take it away.
All right, and now we're moving. I guess we're gonna move to the state of gaming, our play on the State of the Union here. And my best game, I guess, for last year. And
Yeah, go through that first.
I forgot about
Okay.
that.
Dipshit.
We'll just edit that out.
It's like a round table discussion
All right.
that we're gonna have in a little bit. All right.
Game of the year for me. Dragon Age Inquisition was obviously mine. We covered it a fuckload in the last episode. Probably way too much for anybody to actually watch it start to finish.
Yeah. Thanks for sticking with us.
Thank you, Sugar. If you really did kudos to you. It was all
Hey.
things good, bad, and ugly.
That or you really think Rich is hot and his voice is sexy because holy shit, he did not shut up the entire time.
Yeah.
I edited it. You people don't even know.
Yeah.
Anyway, cheers. Thank you. Please continue, Rich.
It was unfortunate. It was my game of the year, but like I said, I covered it in a lot of the last. It was solid. I think it wins game of the year basically because it clearly was the best game of the year, but there wasn't a whole ton of competition. Last year wasn't, the best year, but I love RPGs. I love, the battle. I love the Dragon Age series in general. So it was my favorite. I think I'd like to give a little bit more time to my shout out as a number 2. Was Titanfall, solid multiplayer. I trailed off on it after a month or so, 2 months of playing it, but I really thought that kind of changed the multiplayer shooter genre a bit.
By the
All
way,
parkour shit.
Rig versus console, definitely better on Rig.
Yeah, you'll
Definitely.
get no.
Incredible.
you'll
It was
get no-
running like
great
70 frames per second. It was amazing.
I'll give you that. It looked freaking amazing.
Yeah, you'll get no argument here. But that was my game of the year. Was Dragon Age. Number 2, Titanfall, and 3 probably falls into a category of who knows.
Well,
It fell off quite a bit after that stuff.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, they didn't add like any new weapons or anything, did they?
They came out with some updates so far past, when you start getting DLC that starts coming out, 7 and 8 months later.
Yeah,
I'm not sticking around that long to play the same game. I beat something, I go balls deep at it, hit it, accomplish it, and then it goes to the shelf.
That's why I don't play
I'm not
Call of
coming
Duty
back.
anymore. I'm not playing that for a year. I'm missing out on all the other amazing games, and all for like a couple of new maps now. That it's just all the rest of the maps are all recycled again, and you're paying for 2 new maps every 4 months. Come on, man.
Did you like Original Newtown? We bring you Original Newtown 1942
Yeah.
version. Oh, well, it's totally different.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be amazed at how many people actually will just sit there and play that 24 hours a day. I don't understand.
You were one of those people.
No, just that one level though.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Like, they had that whole Nuketown 24 hours 7.
Okay,
You know?
yeah. I'll give you that.
All you can do, it's all was Nuketown.
You mean
Nuketown,
where you
Nuketown.
just die from constantly randomly chucked grenades?
Yeah. You just make it rain and kill somebody, seriously.
Ah. That's how I kill people.
Grenade launcher.
No elephant though. It would have been a lot cooler if they did.
Fucking
easy
A, right?
McConaughey.
We're getting all that on topic, whatever.
Yeah, no, we definitely strayed a bit there.
But hey, it was all relative to the online play characteristics we were talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was good, man. That was my game. That was Dragon Age. It did everything it needed to do. Solid story, not the best. Good graphics. Could have got rid of the multiplayer entirely because it didn't do anything for anybody.
Yeah.
A couple bitching moments here and there I had with it, which I probably went on about 40 minutes about my hatred for the lack of macros. But it was good. It did what it had to do, and it killed 200 hours of my time.
Absolutely.
I cannot argue for a game that it does that, and you can't be pissed at that.
I spent 180 hours on my first run,
Yeah.
for sure.
It is an accomplishment to kill that much time. It's an accomplishment that I have that much free time to play games, let alone, actually.
And you are looking at the fruits of their labor.
Yeah, this is it.
All of its glory.
PBR and a potbelly, bitches.
Yeah. The American
Right.
dream.
So yeah, all in all, Dragon Age for me is a 6 out of 6.
6 out of 6. Alright, Trevor, give us something about your game of the year, man.
We need more penis. That is all.
Are you serious?
Right there, it's a bullet point, bro. Somebody put
I
it
thought you
there.
were talking about South Park.
Oh yeah, well, so like I don't really game all that much, and I'm recreational basically. I don't go hardcore like they do. I just like games that are fun and simple. The most latest one I played for 2014 anyway was South Park Stick of Truth. Now, if you have never been beaten by the Stick of the Jew, I would definitely suggest that you try. Definitely. All in all, the game's freaking hilarious, and I would definitely hate on Mongolians a lot more now.
Dude,
A
aren't you
lot
one?
more.
Dauber called you one last week.
Yeah.
Mongolian.
Chris also touches small children, so...
Yeah, by the way, Chris isn't here right now because he's totally pussied out.
we're going to talk a bunch of shit about him right now.
Yeah, normally he would fill the ever-rotating third chair, but we actually filled it with Trevor. You'll notice a lot less mumbling, and he didn't bring a fucking book report like
Yeah,
last time, so we're
you know
already
what I'm saying?
improving.
We're already up there.
Totally, you know what I'm saying?
Way more casual.
Even though he's not the hardcore gamer, he also doesn't look like he wants his precious.
That's true, he's got really tiny hands, check it out. Watch the first video. They're like this, like the Whopper hands from the Burger King commercial. Remember that.
Christ, man.
Back to your topic.
God, I hope he watches this.
Alright, well, I guarantee you played the game for the humor. How was the humor?
Definitely. Humor was fantastic. Goddamn Mongolians.
Yeah, there's some funny points.
I have to say the graphics were really shitty, but at the same time you can't say the graphics were really shitty because South Park in general never really had really good graphics.
Yeah,
it was all
nobody
cardboard and stuff.
nobody watches it for the quality animation.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not going to take graphics into consideration at that point. I will take the comedic humor, the fun of the game, the outrageous statements that every one of those kids say like every 5 minutes, including every single character in there. For example, okay, the last part that I played, Stan Marsh is teaching me how to corral my farts. So if I fart, I can make it go, and I can blow, and I can make it blow up behind an enemy so they're distracted, and I just release my attack. And it is fucking hysterical.
You heard odd.
So, I have to say, I gotta give this one 5 out of 6 beers. Definitely.
5 out of 6 years for South Park, huh?
5 out of 6 for the entertainment value alone.
You know, dude, it was one of the games last year that I was really like, dude, it got delayed. There's that, you know, I just figured it was gonna be a fucking disaster, and everybody that played it said it was funny. They enjoyed it.
It was what it was.
I mean, it was
Let's
fun.
pay $60 for it, not on your life.
No, nobody paid $60 for it. They all waited until it went down in price.
Yeah.
Or got it from Redbox.
Well, it was fun and people enjoyed it. I mean, it seemed to be a game that was. I thought it was gonna be fucking horrible. I just didn't think it was gonna be that good.
I don't know.
You know, it worked out. The previous South Park games, with the exception, I know you like the tower defense. The rest of them weren't all that great.
Yeah, even the tower defense wasn't that great though. I mean, it was a great idea, but whoever programmed it, and I'm not sure offhand, I have to look it up, did a terrible, terrible job of programming. It was just like horribly compiled, and the characters were just real glitchy, and the movement was really weird, and it was like a 2D setting, but it was like trying to be a 3D, which I understand in South Park, but they did a shitty job of it. I don't know. This is the whole way it worked out too. And what pisses me off about that particular tower defense game, those tower defense games, you point and click, right? You point and you say, I want to build this here. This one, you have to walk up as the character to the location you want to build at.
Killing so much time.
And then actually build. So when these motherfuckers are coming at you, you have no time to run over there and do it. Oh, and by the way, if your character gets killed, you lose anyway. So it was just, I did not enjoy the game at all. That definitely gets a 1 out of 6 beers.
I totally thought you enjoyed it. Maybe I was drunk.
Yeah,
It's probably a good
we spent a
possibility.
lot of nights sitting around here just hammered. So, by the way, this is my house, and Rich TJ and I have spent many nights just sitting on this couch drinking,
Yeah.
talking about shit just like this. So
Filming on location in Lockport, Illinois.
Also, you know, it's up for sale if you'd like to buy a
That's
sex
true.
dungeon.
That's
it's
true.
really a good time. We won't be here, but
There's enough pitch in the house right now, huh?
Oh yeah, why not? I mean, I will definitely throw in Rich as a package deal for an extra $5,000.
everyone needs a kitchen, princess.
That's true. That's true. I'll give it a crown and everything.
All the time.
I cook and I cleans, and all you have to do is pay me in booze.
Seriously.
Touching's extra. $5 a pop.
My game of the year was The Last of Us, the remaster, because fucking Last of Us was an amazing story. I'm only in for the story. The graphics were fucking on point. Graphics
Yeah,
were
they were
really
really good.
And the music, the sound effects in the game were great as well. And
Dude.
I don't know, man. It was just a really good game. I played a little bit of it on PS3, but I didn't play through the whole thing. So,
Yeah.
you know, I got a really strong impact when the remaster came out, and I played through it. And
Dude,
it's pretty hardcore.
It
game.
did look absolutely amazing. The reason I like it is it showed off the value of the next gen systems over the previous one, and you can see the upgrade, and you're like, fuck, this is
Like, wow.
this is how everything should look.
Yeah, that was good.
So what's that game about?
Well, it's about you're this guy named Joel, and then you run into I don't want to fucking put spoilers out there, you know.
No,
Don't give me
just
the
a
basics.
rough overview. What the hell is Joel doing?
You
Joel's
escort
trying
this.
to survive.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Fuck, you know.
Is it
Joel's-
like set? What kind of settings it in?
Joel's tasked with escorting this kid to a different
Is
portion
the
of the
child a
world.
prostitute?
No.
No.
Okay. Well, we're on the right track then. I like
Kid,
the game.
man.
No, it's not that much of a dystopian future.
It's like
Holy
she's like
fuck.
a 14-year-old kid.
Hey, it was a valid question, dick.
Yeah, no, he's
Anyway.
there's a disease and shit sucked up, and he's got to transfer this kid from one point to another, basically. And
Okay.
it's the trials and tribulations that occur along the way.
Alright.
It's the spoiler-free version of it, and it's, you know, you get to kill some people, you get to do some cool shit.
Nice.
It's
Good, cool
it's
weapons,
you get some weapons, you get some interesting stuff you can make. There's a little customization stuff in there for you. It's a really good time.
Crafting and whatnot.
If you-
It's a lot of searching. You gotta search. Sort of survival horror.
Yeah,
It's Resident Evil used to be.
Okay.
It's,
Okay.
it's survival horror in the early Resident Evil sense, not the last incarnation of bastardized bullshit where you're
Yeah, I know.
running around blowing
that.
shit up. That was just fucking
Doesn't
talking.
even deserve movie time.
Well,
Well, yeah, anyway, that was my game of the year. I think with the Dragon Age, obviously, coming close to top 3, it was up there.
would you rate The Last of Us at?
Last of Us was probably fucking 5 out of 6 because it was solid gameplay, was not glitchy, the graphics were great. I mean,
You taking one beer off just because it was a port from the last gen?
yeah, it would be off just because it was a port from the last gen. I really don't like ports. They shouldn't do them as much as they do because it's starting to become a problem now.
Well,
I'm like, listen, everything is ported.
Yep.
We'll get into more about that in our next segment.
we'll definitely cover that in the State of Gaming segment. There was a ton of it this year.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, man. Moving on, I guess, to...
Alright, we'll be right back with more Three Guys with Power Drive. Alright, welcome back to Three Guys with Power Drive. Now we're going to be talking about the state of gaming in 2014. What do you guys think? Was it a good year for gaming as a whole, or was it a bad year?
As a whole, it was definitely a bad year. I mean, I really don't have much experience in it, but look, in 2013, my favorite games came out. I mean, there was BioShock Infinite, there was Devil May Cry. There was a bunch of really good games. There's only two pop into my head right now, but I really enjoyed those.
Well, there's also the original release of The Last of Us. There was,
Yeah.
a GTA 5. There's a couple things that really kept the previous year going. But looking into the last year, there's a lot of middle-of-the-road releases. You know, games that were alright. There were some bright spots, but for the most part, you know, it was ports. It was stuff that was fucking, oh, let's make it for the lowest common denominator. Okay, hey, we're going to release it on 5 systems at once, and you're like, well, dude, if it runs on the fucking Wii U, I don't really know if I want a part of it owning an Xbox One. It's just not going to look right.
Yeah, everything that came out, they were trying to make multi-platform, and I feel that they spent too much time trying to spread it over too many platforms.
Oh, sure.
Rather than, concentrate on just the game.
Yeah, I think that also contributed to a lot of the issues with, releasing games that were just broken and bunk. And then most specifically, Assassin's Creed did it. Microsoft had issues with their end on fucking the Halo Master Chief Collection, where lobbying for 2 hours and then getting a fucking match that's totally bogus anyway and still fucks you over.
How do they botch it that big? I mean, it's a remaster of already made games.
Right.
They botched it that hard.
Well, I mean, it's a really old game too, so they had to totally redo it.
Well, come on.
Yeah,
they had something, though. They had something.
Yeah, you gotta think of work. You're putting a new coat of paint on it, and look, I understand it's difficult. I don't do it, but I get that there's a lot involved. But man, if you're gonna deliver something and that's gonna be the date, and you tested it out, obviously, and then you drop a fucking egg like that, there's no excuse. You can't. Once a game comes out broken, I don't want to hear, oh well, we're working on it.
We're patching it.
Yeah, you should have worked on it before it got to me. You got people there. Let's not
hire out a few more testers before you release.
Yeah,
and beta testing something, dude. I don't know.
That's my biggest problem with that is, people tested it, especially in the case of Assassin's Creed. It was broken, and you said, fuck it. Get it out there, because if we delay it, we'll lose the pre-order time, we'll lose the rest of the shit, maybe people get disinterested.
Yeah, but it was
fuck
so unreal, dude.
Let's get their money now, and I think that's really a fucking problem. I would rather have you pull a Witcher 3 on me and delay me twice down the road, That's fuck, alright? First one was a couple months, this one's a couple months more, fine, so it's 6 months after it's supposed to come out. But at least you didn't deliver me shit and then bitch a la Rockstar when fucking their shit didn't work the previous year on the online and say, we're working on it, settle down. Fuck you! You don't get to tell me to settle down.
That was awesome, by the way.
You gave me a broken piece of shit and you're like, well, we got a lot of people. Well, fuck it, you should have made it for a lot of people. Come on.
Should have done more smart than that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I think this year looks good, though, going forward.
This year looks great going forward. I'm excited about a lot of games. Like Dying Light's coming up really soon. I'm excited about that. It looks phenomenal. Survival horror to the core, I hope. That's what they say. I want to see if they can deliver. If they do, it should be great.
And there's a bunch of games further on down the road in the year, too. I mean, you got, for me, on the box, you got the Halo 5, Guardians.
I'm really stoked about that game, by the way.
Yeah, I'm still excited for the Batman Arkham Knight. I mean,
That should
there's
be cool, too.
Star Wars Battlefront 3. I mean, there's a lot of things.
Oh my god, they made a new Battlefront?
Yeah, dude.
So
there's a lot
Battlefront 2, by the way, hands down, one of my favorite games when I was in college.
I super enjoyed that.
I used to sit around pantsless for hours playing that motherfucker.
I think the biggest surprise in that is you went to college.
mentioned Bloodborne. That looks really
You
good.
know what? Fuck off and die, Rich. You can just go die now.
Yeah, dude, you're right. Bloodborne does look really good too. Although I played the beta for Evolve, totally picking it up and gonna tackle that. I think it looks promising. I like that they kind of changed the multiplayer idea around. Not sure on the execution just yet, but then again, it was a beta, so who knows how it'll turn out. But I'm hopeful, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful for this year.
Looks like that promise. Yeah, I hope we have a good year.
It
I mean,
can't-
it's not like I'm hating on the year because I have to. It's just
You know when Halo's supposed to be released?
Halo is a fall release, so let's probably put it, most Halos were in the September, October type range, so maybe they'll throw it in November. I don't know if it has an exact date. I know it's got fall, last I checked, but
I'll check it out right now.
you know how those things work now where everybody gets there, and some people who have some ideas move it back because it needs to be moved back, and then others just hand you shit. That's right, Assassin's Creed, I'm talking to you.
yeah. Climb down off your high horse, eat a slice of humble pie, and check your shit at the door because it's just broken.
Just be like, dude, we need more time. I'll be a little pissed, but I'll love you more in the end for it, alright?
No one wants to play $60 for Steve Dollar shit. Alright?
It looks like Halo's
people won't play
scheduled to
your
come out
shit
in
anymore.
November.
Oh yeah, November. seems like a legit target date. I mean, everything pretty much for the window gets packed into that whole Christmas window.
Yeah.
Another issue, the overall state of gaming. Release something during the summer.
Oh God.
I get that people are out and about, but not every. The average age of people who play video games is now more so, and people in their 20s who, you know, had jobs and things. They're not going on vacation. They're not doing a whole lot of shit. If you're shooting for that market, that's the hardcore, so to speak. Fuck it. They're not doing anything. Look, I go camping. I do some other shit. I don't spend every week running out, you know.
No, well, that costs money.
Well, yeah, so instead of releasing 10 games that are all awesome in November, you know, you might benefit, especially as a middle market type company with something, moving your game up a little bit and throwing it out there and then probably getting a better following.
Oh yeah, any release, a good release coming in the summer, we get an
Oh,
immediate
dude, it's like a fucking,
attraction.
it's a drought at that point.
To your point too, I mean, if you release a brand new game, not in any of these like 2s or 3s games, you know, like the sequels, in the middle of the summer, regardless of what people are doing, you're going to get sales, and it's going to escalate as the winter comes on because more people are inside, and we'll hear about the people that have been playing it in the summer.
And it'll probably get a bit of
a
a price drop by then. I think it's a market that's not being hit. Instead of
not a
releasing
capped market for sure.
And I'm sure it's for a reason, a good reason, but at the same time, you know, people still want to be entertained, and you can make a mint off that if you're the only person releasing it in that time frame.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not releasing a AAA title and you're going for something smaller, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
That's pretty much your golden time to
Yeah.
shine, where you could really break into the...
Yeah,
Industry.
developers.
Yeah.
Listen, developers.
Yeah, developers totally should to listen to that, and I think totally need to put more things in the late summer section, the after July portion, the end of it, and I think there's a big market there. I think there's people who are, you know, going back to school. They're looking for something to do to fill a little bit of free time, and
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree.
Yeah, good hit in the summer would really pay off, I'm telling you.
especially for, like I said, you know, new IPs, you know, the new things or things that are, you know, AA games. It's something that's not super AAA, but it's going to get you, you know, by a real company, you know, one of those real companies, not just like it's like an Xbox arcade game.
Yeah.
They released a ton of those in the summer. Most of them aren't worth playing.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Who are you kidding? They're atrocious.
Yeah, it is. Not to mention, we'll just not even get into their indie games on there because it's all fucked up.
Indie games are...
That's a whole other segment at some point. But
I'm pretty sure indie games are pretty much meant to be like porn, but they don't actually include porn because a lot of them that I've played are just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
You don't like the creepy Asian date simulator?
Yeah, no.
That's becoming a huge
well, I know
thing
you
right
would
now.
like it, you weirdo.
Creepy Asian fucking date sim games, dude.
You know
You
you
are a creepy Asian date sim. God damn.
you know you want some blocky, fucking pixelated, blurred out boobs for your final conquest.
No. In Japan, they only blur out the penises. Remember that.
Your people have much to apologize for.
Much. They only blur off.
No idea.
They're smart about it. Anyway.
Alright, well, fuck it. I guess that's our state of gaming.
Yeah.
2014 and the look for 2015.
Yeah, we're wrapping it up. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Hope you enjoyed our show. It's definitely better than the first one was.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys.
And Dauber, we missed you, buddy. We'll talk to you later.
3 guys with hard drives out. Scotty doesn't know.
Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know.
That's how we're ending this episode.
I did her on his birthday.
Matt Damon. King face, fuckers.
Alright,
Obama!
Alright, sir.
3 or 4 for pain.
Hey, welcome back. Here's our round table. TJ, go ahead, my friend.
Alright, we're gonna do the state of gaming for you guys. As like, you know, the State of the Union address, we're gonna do the state of gaming for last year.
You need a smoke machine. Did you see that? Governor Biden or something. Yeah, came,
the vice president.
yeah, whatever his problem is. Anyway, he went into Congress and he set up a smoke machine before the
What? He did that?
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of
yeah,
here.
set it on Facebook.
That
Must be legit.
That's ridiculous. No.
There's actually a picture of him setting up a fog machine. I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but
I also saw
it
him.
said that it was for the.
I also saw him
use.
Smokey Doobie at a Foghat concert once. Man, it was epic.
Sure, it was
Most
epic.
excellent. Alright, anyway.
You're on, fucker.
It's just gonna be a video of you swearing all night.
Dude, I'm not in the fucking shape to trip over this right now. I just think about what I'm gonna say.
Stop touching.
Somebody else might need to moderate this time.
I can do it. I got it.
Yeah, he talks the most.